Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line and your lineage goes back to you being the so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Yeah, Shalom. It's your brother Halakia from the GMS Denver camp, coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, with another lesson. And we're going to start here in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2, it says, "And Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it." And what's the vision, man? The Most High's will. You see, the prophecies that the Most High gave to his men, he told them to do it, write them down. You see that? Upon tables, which goes into the scriptures. Make it plain, you see, that he may run that readeth it. Meaning what? The prophet goes to and fro, publishing the visions of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, letting the world know, especially our people know, what the Most High intends to do on this planet Earth. And as we look into the earth, we see everything that the Most High said would happen, happening. You see, because when people come across a prophet, they think that as soon as we say something, it's supposed to come to pass. Nah, that's not how it works. The Most High's prophecies come to pass over the course of time. And the prophets go out there day in and day out, reiterating that message until all these things come to pass. And as we're speaking it, it's manifesting itself more and more, just like Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai said it would. Verse 3 says, well, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. You see that? The vision is yet for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And just like everything that we've been saying, beginning with our apostles and elders, man, everything we've been saying is happening. Everything is rolling right along. You see, according to the Most High's biblical prophetic timeline. You see that? And what are we going into? What we all one of our favorite topics here at Great Millstone is what? That M.O.T.B. Now this is from Blacklisted News. It says what? New report. Over 98% of world's central banks gearing up for new system of programmable, trackable, digital cash, and 24 nations will have live CBDs by 2030. And Lord willing, we ain't here for another 5 fucking years, but you know, it's all the Most High's will. If we gotta be, we gotta be. You know, that's all the Most High's will. But this is what it's going to. And our apostles and elders have been saying this for decades, man. And we've taken up the standard and we've continued on in their labors, telling you the same thing. And we see it happening. For all these camps out here who just can't grasp what the M.O.T.B is, this is what it is. You guys out here talking about the damn embargo or sin as white women. We don't see those type of systems being rolled out where you have to buy and sell with that, man. How do you buy a sell with sin? How do you buy a sell with white women? You see? How do you buy a sell with a television? You see, like one body was preaching, the mark of the beast is the television stage. Nothing that you guys are saying is adding up to what's actually written. The only thing that's adding up is what us here at Great Millstone, beginning with the elder apostle Har and the apostles under him on down, have been preaching for decades now. We see it being rolled out. Look at that. Apple Pay, Google Pay. These are all the apps that you have on your phone. Because the system is being set up right around you, man. It's happening. Cashless society. This is not a coincidence. All this digital currency being circulated all throughout the earth is not by coincidence. It's all leading up to what? That M.O.T.B being rolled out, because that's the new system that Esau is going to establish in the earth, where you have, and that's going to be the only way you're going to be able to move and maneuver in society. That's what's coming. And we've given you warning after warning after warning to the point to where people come on the comment boards talking shit. That's all y'all talk about is the mark of the beast, the M.O.T.B. Because that's, look, man, if you get this device, that's your fate sealed. That's why we go into it so heavy. Because it's a very major prophecy. And if you get this, ain't no coming back from it. So we constantly go into this giving you the warning so there will be no excuse when this thing is made mandatory as we know it's going to be. There will be no excuse. Let's go real quick here to 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant to what Esau's trying to do. We see what this man is trying to do. Even this nigga Harari, can't remember his first name, but he says what? The surveillance is going to go up under your skin soon. And there's many articles going into the M.O.T.B, man. You see this implantable CHIP. Yeah, this implantable RFID CHIP. It's many articles that you need to go search up on your own and just read it. Stop depending on us to go into every article. You see, when you can go into these things, man, go look it up. And if you still can't see it after doing your own research, it's because the Most High has you blinded, man. Because it's plain to see if the Most High is dealing with you. So let's read some of this article, man. So we got the title. It says what? Look, cashless society. All this despite almost zero coverage in the mainstream corporate media to date. Most of which still refers to a fully digitized monetary system as conspiracy theory. And it's not. This is true. This is what's coming to pass according to the Most High's will, man. And we already see it being rolled out around us. What do you think you got the fucking tap and go for? What do you think that's what you think that's all about? These cards with the chips in them, you can tap it and go. Now you might have people, ain't that the M.O.T.B? No, it's not until they put it up under your skin. It's okay to have it in the card. It's not in your body. It's not a part of you. But that's the evolution that it's going to make. It's going to eventually evolve into what? Them wanting to put this shit up under you, into your person, man. And a good example of that is the test bed, which is what? Sweden. 5,000 plus people have this device put in them already. They've been over there using this for years now. And this is what's going to be rolled out to the rest of the world, man. We've been telling this over and over and over, but people look at us like we got 10 heads when we come with this. Oh, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do this. You Israelites who are saying that, man, you don't understand your enemy. You don't understand Esau and what this man is trying to do. Yeah, Esau is trying to be like the Most High and have power over all flesh. And this is what he's concocted in his mind. You see, and how he's going to do it by putting technology in your body. You see? So it goes on to say, it says, what? The era of cash is nearing its end. And with it will come the end of prophecy. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Esau being able to what? Track your every single move on this earth. This is what he wants to do. Because he wants to play the Most High. You see? It says what? The World Economic Forum claims in a new report that 98% of the world's central banks have agreed to implement the globalist long-awaited dream of a cashless society. Most central banks, such as the U.S. Federal Reserve, are quasi-government institutions owned privately by billionaire bankers. And this is true. You see the top international banking families. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers, the DuPonts. These are the elite of Esau Edom. These are the elite of the wicked. And this is who's ruling the world. This is what they've come up with in their mind. And this is all according to the Most High's will. That this is what they want to push upon the people. Because Esau wants control over all flesh as if he is the Most High. You see? Let's get this real quick. What was that? I don't know why it was so hard for me to find that, but yeah, Ezekiel 28, it says what? The word of Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus. That's why I was looking for Tyre instead of Tyrus. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a power. I sit in the seat of the Most High, in the midst of the seas, which is the midst of the people. Yet thou art a man, and not the Most High, though thou set thine heart as the heart of the Most High. And this is what Esau is doing, man. He's sitting in the midst of the people because he's in his rulership. He's in his blessing. You see? He has the dominion of the earth at the moment, and he wants everyone under his control. Every single person on this earth, the elite, want to tag him as if they're cattle. You see that? Because Esau is trying to be what? Ruler over all flesh, as if he's the Most High. And this man is completely lifted up in pride, you see, thinking that he is the Most High when he's only a man. He's only a man, and the Most High is going to show this devil this. Verse 3 says what? Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. And that goes into what? Esau being able to watch and see every single time you move. He's watching everything you do. Whether it be on these phones, on your laptop, the programs that you watch on your TV, and he's tracking your GPS location. You see that? But he wants to take it even further by doing what? Putting this device in your body, man. This is what this man is coming with. You see that? It says what? With thy wisdom and with thine understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten thee gold and silver into thy treasure. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thine riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. And this is what we find Esau at right now. This man is completely lifted up in pride. You see, thinking that he's going to be able to fulfill this thing, when it tells you the Most High is not going to allow this devil to fulfill his enterprise. He's just giving Esau the illusion that he's going to be able to complete this, but the Most High is going to what? He's going to upset this man. Excuse me. Because he's not going to be able to fulfill this, because it's not the Most High's will for Esau to bring this thing to a full fruition, man. You see? He's not going any further than the Most High allows him to go. Let's get that real quick. Let's get well, he damn sure gonna try. This is Joel 5:12. It says what? He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. You see that? He's gonna upset this devil, man. Now Esau has it fully set in his mind that he's gonna be able to fulfill this, and that's what the Most High wants him to think. So they're about to move full steam ahead with this plan, you see, and eventually this thing is going to be made mandatory as it tells you in prophecy. But the thing is, the Most High is he's not going to allow this devil to fully complete this, man. You see that? Verse 13 says what? He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. The counsel of the perverse, man, is going to be cast down. But this is what these devils are coming with. This is not a game for all you camps out here thinking that this is too much. But this is what this man is coming. This is what he's trying to do. This is not a coincidence. All this technology evolving where you got the fucking Apple Pay on your phone, Google Pay on your phone. You don't even need a fucking wallet no more. You can have all your digital cards on your phone. And you keep that on you 24/7. You can have a digital wallet full of Wells Fargo, Chase Bank, so forth, whatever bank you bank with, you can have those cards digitally on your phone. And that's getting you prepared to do what? To move on to the next step of having this shit put into your body. This is what they want. This is what this man is coming with, and we've been warning you. You see? Over and over again, man. But let's keep going on this. It says what? And the WEF is not the first to reveal the plans of the globalist elite, which have been preparing for years to eliminate paper fiat currency. But this latest report indicates the grand plan is now very close to being realized, perhaps just awaiting a triggering event, a black swan event of some type, before making the switch to digital cash. And that could be the catalyst to get this shit moving full steam ahead, man. You see? Some type of black swan event or some type of T attack. You see? Where they tell you what this is what's gonna save us. Getting this device is what's gonna cause everything to be okay. You see that? So it goes on to say what? As first reported by Slate News, the latest revelation was made in an 83-page white paper from the WEF, which declares the nations around the world will soon be ready to adopt a central bank digital currency, or CBDC, in place of traditional money. And that was the plan the entire time. You see, and with them moving to a digital currency, man, they can control your every move in society. You see, they're going to get it to the point where ain't going to be no more under the table deals. Ain't gonna be no sneaking to use cash. You want to get some gas from this gas station? This is the only way. You want to get food from this grocery store? This is the only way. You want to go and watch that new movie or go to this bowling alley or this bar? You have to have this digital currency. And where is it going to be stored? On your digital wallet found on that RFID CHIP, man. You see? This is what these devils are coming with. You see that? Now it goes on to say that what? The report states that over 98% of the global economy's central banks are researching, experimenting, piloting, or deploying central bank digital currency to determine how to modernize the capabilities of and improve access to central bank money. With this backdrop and recent survey finding that there could be 24 live CBDCs by 2030, the importance of clarifying the role of CBM, central bank money, and wholesale CBDC in the next generation of wholesale financial markets is underscored. It makes sense that when the petrodollar collapses, all paper currencies pegged to it will fall like dominoes, and that's exactly what's going to happen. You see, the Ariali loves to go into that, man. When that dollar collapses, everything collapses. And that shows you who's in power. Esau's money is the top money, the money of America, Babylon the Great. You see that city that ruleth over the kings of the earth, man. Once that fiat currency collapses, all the other fiat currencies fall with it. And that's the plan. Now, will it happen overnight? No. It's going to take some time. But this is coming. You see? This is coming. So it goes on to say, this collapse has already been pre-designed. The only question is whether it will continue to unfold gradually or if it will take place suddenly in the wake of a catastrophic cyber attack, which they've been warning of. You see that? If you're keeping up with the news, they've been warning of a cyber attack coming. You see? Or some other black swan event. WEF founder and director Klaus Schwab is on record predicting a devastating cyber attack that will shut down all or nearly all communications, transportation, and financial transactions for an extended period of time. And when that shit comes back up, you see, you're going to be presented with the Matrix. You see, that's what's coming, man. You see, it says what? There was also this warning 5 years ago from CEO of Charles Schwab, no relation to Klaus. Or Klaus, whatever the nigga name is. So let's play this a little bit.
I think we all need to be worried about it. I can certainly say at Schwab, we take the this very seriously in terms of what we're doing inside our own organization and with our systems, as I'm sure every other financial institution is. But I think I have no greater ability than anybody else to speculate on if it happens and when and how big it is. But I think there's a couple of factors to consider. To the point made by the guest this morning, whose soundbite we just heard, it does represent potentially something systemic that really kind of moves into the entire global financial system. But maybe just as important would be what it would do to psychology. And if you think back to 2008, yes, there were plenty of fundamental and bubble bursting reasons why we had the carnage that we did, why the market went down as much as it did, why the recession was as ugly as it was. But a lot of it was pure fear on the part of businesses and consumers and investors. And that can feed on itself too. And versus something, say, like a natural disaster that isn't necessarily going to instill that pervasive fear, right. I think a cyber attack would.
You know, Michael, to some degree, we all get lulled into a false sense of security about all of this because there are plenty of security services out there that are designed, or their mission is to prevent this from happening, but then it happens. So, you know, are we really that safe from that kind of an attack?
No, Bill, but we never really are, and we haven't been for the past few years. When I think back to 2007, you know, we were talking about subprime, and we were saying, all right, we understand how subprime could be a threat. We didn't know that the banks were levered 40-1. Most of us didn't know. We didn't know that there were $2 billion, $3 billion of off-balance sheet SIVs. I didn't know what a SIV was, Bill, until all of a sudden you're sitting at your desk in the fall with the market dropping and overnight funds not trading, trying to say, now, what is it and what did it just do and how? So my point here is I actually think the earlier guest was a bit of an optimist by saying that this is the one remaining threat. It's not the one. We've got North Korea, we've got Iran, we've got a nuke that could go, and cybersecurity's big. But we have to, I think, look at the fundamentals underlying the economy and where we are. And, you know, it's been a long time since we had a recession. Something rather unexpected over the next few years will likely trigger another one. Investors shouldn't be surprised, but we will be.
Yeah. But going back to the element of fear, Lizanne, I mean, when you think about a cyber attack on the financial systems, I mean, think about that JP Morgan note, the great liquidity crisis, highlighting the fact that there's so many electronic trading desks, that there's so many products, so many assets in passive vehicles, and that when volatility spikes, there could be an absence of liquidity. Multiply that by the impact a cyber attack could have on a party with the rest of the market still trading, and we could see a flash crash times 10, I would think. I mean, if there was something that prevented liquidity from coming into the market.
Sure we could. I think that there are important differences in terms of the structure of the global financial system, the interconnected nature of it, the sort of capital cushion that banks had, the leverage that global financial institutions had versus today. That's not to dismiss and say nothing to see here. If we had a cyber attack that was global in nature, I still think it would be a serious issue. But there are some, not just backstops in terms of market functionality, but a background environment around the global financial system that is different and arguably at least marginally healthier than what we had leading into the global financial crisis.
So you see, man, the stage has been set for years now. They've been pushing this cyber attack. You see, getting in the minds of the people. You see, so that could easily do it. You see, and you've been noticing over the past couple of years, you're having these major apps just go down randomly. Can't log into Facebook, can't log into Instagram, can't log into your banking applications. You see? That's not a coincidence, man. They're setting this shit up to fall. You know, and it's gonna be gradual. It won't be overnight, but it will happen eventually. It says what the end of fiat paper currency has been hinted at for many years. Look at that, for many years, with perhaps the most clear indication coming from economist Dr. Pippa Malmgren in March 2022, when she addressed the World Government Summit and said, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new accounting is what we call blockchain. Brothers been going into that. It means digital. It means having an almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on. And that's what it's all about. Seeing everything that you do. Not only seeing everything that you do, having the access to cut your shit off if they choose to. This is why they've been looking to China to what? To emulate that fucking that social credit score system. The water. You see? You see that? So you're rewarded for being an upstanding citizen, and you're punished for being a disorderly citizen. You see that? This is the type of shit these devils are coming with, man. Why you guys are talking about sin is the mark of the beast and the white woman is the... Man, shut the fuck up with that bullshit, man, because we don't see that type of system being rolled out for you to buy or sell with those things that you're talking about. But we do see a motherfucking digital system being rolled out where they're going to track every single last transaction that you make. You see? From your biggest transaction, from you buying a fucking pack of gum. Tracking you when you pay your mortgage to where you getting fucking socks from fucking Walmart or something, man. This is the type of shit that Esau wants in place to keep control over all the people. And if you're not with how he's running things and the shit that he's promoting, guess what? You'll be punished in that social credit score system, man. So then your access is even more limited. You see? So it goes on to say, it says what? Digital cash is not cash at all. It is not only digital, but programmable. Meaning someone outside of your control will have the ability to turn it on and off, or program it in such a way that makes it applicable only at certain stores for certain goods and services, not others. Look at that. Look at that shit. You see that? And there's going to be tiers to it. We've been talking about this damn carbon. There's carbon laws and all that. And you reach your carbon law on how much meat you can eat for the month. They're going to turn your shit off and you go try to buy a pack of steak after you reach the limit. Nah. You've exceeded your steak limit for the month. You see? If you're doing too much traveling, you buying too much gas, you've used up all your gas mileage for the month. This is the type of fucking system Esau wants to put into place, man. You see? But you get the point, man. This is what's coming. A digital system where Esau has complete control, and we've been telling you, beginning with our apostles and elders, that this is what's coming. So let's get into the prophecy, man, to show you what it really is. Revelation 13 and 16, it says what? He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And like they told you, it's a global digital system. It's going to be implemented worldwide. You see that? Esau wants to bring the entire planet Earth into this. No matter what your status is in society. You see? If you want to continue on to move and maneuver in Esau's world, you're going to have to get this device put into you. Now, what I want to do, I want to go into the word for mark, which goes into what? Charagma.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma.
Right? So they stamp and imprinted mark showing you that it's something physical. Of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-Messiah or Antichrist. And the thing is, anyone who's against the will of the Most High God Yahweh is an antichrist. If you're against the one who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, whose true name is Yahweh Shai, coming back to establish righteousness on the earth according to the will of the Almighty God Yahweh, you're an antichrist. You see that? That's just what it is. And that's the majority of the world. You see that? Like the scriptures tell you, there are many antichrists in the earth, and and once again, that's everyone that's against the will of the Almighty God Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. So it goes and it says what? The mark branded upon horses. Once again, showing you something physical. This is not a spiritual mark. The spiritual mark that you read about in the Bible is written about in Ezekiel 9. That the Wa, that mark of exemption from judgment, that's a spiritual mark that only the remnant of the nation of Israel is going to receive. This shit that Esau is coming with is something physical that he's going to try to put into your person. You see that? To show his ownership over you, so he can have complete control over you. Now let's go into this next word. Let's go into karax, which also shows that it's something physical. It says what? A pale stake or palisade. You see that? Now what I want to get to is this. The root word for karax is grapho.
Strong's G 1125. Grapho.
Right?
Grapho.
It says what? To write with the reference to the form of the letters, to delineate or form letters on a table, parchment, paper, or other material. To write with the reference to the contents of the writing, to express in written characters, to commit to writing things not to be forgotten, write down, record. What is that? That's data. That's what you're going to find on this chip, your data, your personal information, starting with that personal identification number that every chip comes with. Because you're not going to be able to forge or counterfeit these devices. Each one is going to have a unique number on it, tied to you, just like your social security number. It's going to have your probably date of birth, blood type, eye color, height, weight, your personal address, and ultimately that digital wallet where you're going to find your digital currency stored. You see that? That's what's going to be on that device. Data. You see? So you can move and maneuver in Esau's new and improved digital world. And if you don't have it, you won't be able to move about as you're doing now, right? As you're doing now. Because it goes on to say, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So if you don't get this device up in you, you're not going to be able to move or maneuver in Esau society. No more going to the stores freely as you're doing now, so forth and so on. All that's going to be what? Completely cut off for you, because to operate in Esau's world, you're going to have to what? Get this device put up into you to show your allegiance unto this devil. You see? It says what? Verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. He said it's the number of a man. And that man is talking about who? The top elite banking families. You see? It says what? And his number is 636. 666 is this man's number. You see? And to show you even further that this is something physical, we're going to get this word for stigma, right? And that's crazy how they changed this up after us going into it for so many years, man. They changed it up because it used to just say chai stigma right here. You see? But that shows you that Esau knows that what we're saying is the truth. So let's get the word for stigma, if I can find it. Where are you? Right here. I guess we can go with this one. No. Let's do a web search on it. Stigma, right?
Stigma.
Mark of disgrace. And that's exactly what it is for us Israelites, man. We want no parts of this, right? So stigma. We go to the origin of the word, and we know that the New Testament was translated from what? From the Greek, right? Now, the origin of the word stigma goes into what? A mark made by a pointed instrument, showing you that it's something physical. You see? It is something physical that they're going to try to put into you. And there's many, once again, there's many articles going into this topic. Go and do your research. You see that? A mark made by a pointed instrument. It's going to be what? Inserted up under your skin by way of that hypodermic needle, man. You see that? Now, let's show you the judgment written for any of you Israelites here in the land of America that go and get this device to continue your miserable existence here in Esau society. Because we've been commanded as Israelites not to get this device put up in us, man. You see? Now this is Revelation 14:9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast. What's the beast? Esau's power structure. You see? And his image. What is his image? His way of life, his wicked doctrines and philosophies. You see that? Which is based and founded upon the ancient Roman Empire, which was a society full of nothing but wickedness and depravity, man. It goes on to say, and receive his mark, as we just went over, that device they want to put up under your skin. You see, in the form of any type of brain-computer interface, or that RFID CHIP. You see that? And receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And that goes into what? You being left here as an Israelite, being destroyed here in the land of America when those nuclear missiles start to rain upon this place. You love Esau so much, you wanna put this device up in your body to defile yourself and proclaim that he's your God. You're gonna be left here right along with his ass to be melted and destroyed right along with the land of America. This is what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has promised to do to any Israelite that goes and gets the device put up in them, after you've been warned for decades now by the men of the Lord not to do this. Verse 11 says what? And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. And a lot of our people who know they're Israelites, they're going to get this, man, because they don't want to depart from this place. You're going to have the 2/3 of our people going to get this device because they don't want to depart from this place. They would rather bow the knee to Esau and proclaim that he's their God instead of serving the Almighty God Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai, and that shit is going to lead to complete destruction coming upon you, man. As it is written. But this is what's coming. This is what's being rolled out. We don't know how long, but we know it might take some time. But we know that it's coming, man, according to what the Most High has spoken. And our Lord Yahweh Shai, man, told us not to worry about this if we continue to do what? If we continue to move in that spirit of faith, man. And we pray that he allows us to continue to do so. So Revelation 3:10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. You see, which is what? Continue to push this word as the men are commanded to do. Continue on in the faith as we've been commanded to do. The just shall live by faith. We walk by faith and not by sight. By grace are ye saved through faith. You see that? So if we continue on in that spirit, it says what? I also would keep thee from the hour of temptation. What's the hour of temptation? When this device is made mandatory for you to have to move and maneuver in society. That's the hour of temptation that's going to come upon, as it tells us, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And the only ones who are going to be kept in this hour of temptation is the remnant of the nation of Israel. Why? It's because we stood stiffly for the name of the Lord, man. So when everybody else is out here confused and discombobulated on what they need to be doing and how they're going to eat, so forth and so on, we don't have to worry about none of that because we've done what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah has commanded us to do. Beginning with the teachers, because we've warned you over and over and over again that this is coming, and we see it rolling out slowly but surely, man. And it's coming, as it told us. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Matter of fact, we're going to end it on this one. Ezekiel 33 and 33, it says, "And when this come to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them, and that you've been warned countless times," man. So there would be no excuse in that day. So Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect, man. Hey, the M.O.T.B is on his way, just like the Most High said it would be. With that, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah has created us to do. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Babal.